Welcome to a Map Business Online video presentation. We're imagining that you've just inherited a Map Business Online map responsibility for your company. So you've figured out how to log in and you're picking up on this particular recent map in our recent map folder. So you've gone to the Open Map dialog on the master toolbar, clicked the recent map folder, and chosen the most recent territory map in there for your company, and this is what comes up. So now you're a little bit overwhelmed with the way things look on the map. You're not really sure what to do. You've read my blog, talked about the map legend where you can go in and edit that map legend, maybe change some information on the legend. So we could change Arizona and New Mexico to read a little bit more succinctly. So you've got the ability to update that information in the legend. That can make the map a little bit nicer. You can also just turn data layers off. So these are point layers on the map and they're cluttered on this map. So you could say, I want to get rid of the Arizona data. I want to get rid of that heat map. So that little data set there is a data set that's been imported onto the map of business data by address or by zip code or by lat long, and it's been converted into that sort of heat map view behind there using this button. So you could actually undo the heat map function just by adjusting the size of the symbol. You can see now it's converted back to symbols. Then you could just uncheck it, get it off there, get off the big business list, and just look at the map itself. You've got a layer of highways that's been turned on. That layer of highways is up here in the additional map layers, and he's the predecessor of your data, your mapping tool has actually put that on the map, the highway. I just unchecked it. So now you're looking at just the territory layer. We do find a lot of people get asked to adjust territories right away. And you do have the ability in map and data to, on any map layer that's affecting the regions, divisions, states, counties, any areas, you can go in and edit that edit gear. And under general, you could change, for instance, the color of the boundary. You could change the transparency. How transparent are those territories going to be? You can see now that you can see more information behind them. You might not need that highway layer anymore. So it has a different look and feel, and you've got some control over that look and feel. These territories happen to be based on zip codes. So if we turned on the zip code layer, we could go in and edit the territories themselves. And you can see the zip code layer has been color coded based on some demographics. You could go in and under boundaries up here, you could take a look at the zip code layer and see the color scheme. You could do that with the territories as well. See what the colors are derived from. Calculated data columns and males. This is a process using our demographic data. It's kind of advanced. You don't need to get into this right now when you're first looking at the map, but you can see that there's a color scheme that's been applied, and you're able to go in and adjust those colors if you really want to. So once we get the zip code layer on and the territory layer on, we could drill in and start adjusting some of those territory boundaries. And I'll just give you a quick look at that. So you can go in and drop down and grab our search tools. I'll just grab the polygon. We're going to just grab these. So this is just a selection of zip codes, and we're going to search the zip codes. That's the data group that we're trying to grab, and then we're gonna update a territory. So intersect, remove from territory. So I'm going to go move to. You have some options here. You could add to a territory. We've, in this case, got some in one territory that we want to move to another territory. So let's say we want to move them to that mid-New England territory. And we're going to go edit. There you go. They took them out. You can see on the map here, it took them out of the northern New England territory and then added them to this mid-New England territory, and you can actually, select that polygon that we used and delete it. So that's just an example of how you might want to edit maps when you get an opportunity to get in there. There's videos on how to do that. There's navigation tools up here that you can use to move around. You can use this magnifying glass to zoom in. You can zoom out by clicking just on the United States button. So there's a lot of little things that you'll get used to over time. But don't be too afraid of it. You can always just exit out. I'm scared of what I did. I don't want to save it. So just click new and create a new map. Maybe you want to start from scratch. See how things work on Map Business Online from scratch. And just don't save the map. So let's just do that. Do you want to save changes? No. And so now the map will stay the way it was, and you can go back in when you feel a little more comfortable. But you can go and create a new map and work with that. Go to mapbusinessonline.com. You can click the contact button and request a web demo. And there's other tutorials in the help documentation, which is up here. You can see help right up here in the upper right. And then you'll be able to also look at the articles in the blog, which have got a lot of good information on how to do certain things. So go to mapbusinessonline.com,